The front door clicks shut. You deliver the line you've practiced for years. We'll see. You think you've bought time. You think you've avoided the no. But here's the scary part. Your child isn't waiting for an answer. They've already heard it. To a kid, "we'll see" is just a polite end to their hopes. They don't listen to your words. They read the micro twitches in your eyebrows. They track the way you breathe before you speak. And then it clicks. They've cracked your code. They aren't fooled by your authority. They're just letting you cosplay as the CEO of a house they already own. "I'm not mad," you say. Your voice is tight. Your eyes are fixed on the wall. "I'm just disappointed." You think you're being the bigger person, but it gets worse. To the child standing there, that fog of disappointment is heavier than rage. Anger is a storm they can hide from. Disappointment is a gas that fills the whole house. They see the twitch in your jaw, they hear the coldness in the air, and they feel the trap. When your face says fire, but your mouth says frost, their world feels unsafe. They don't learn how to be better, they learn how to manage your moods. They aren't growing, they're just treading water, trying not to be overwhelmed by your unspoken resentment. "5 more minutes," you call out from the couch, eyes glued to your phone. In your mind, 5 minutes is a mood. It lasts until you finish your scrolling. But for the child waiting by the door, those minutes are an eternity of disconnection. And here's what hurts. Time runs 25% slower in a child's brain. Your 5 minutes feels like a psychological experiment. They watch you. They time you. They see that your phone gets the real time. They get the fake time. You aren't teaching them patience. You're teaching them that they are a secondary priority. "It won't hurt," you whisper. You hold their hand in the doctor's office. Then the needle comes. It hurts. It stings. It burns. You think you've protected them from fear, but something breaks. You didn't protect them from pain. You just added a layer of betrayal. Now, the hurt isn't just in their arm. It's in your word. They look at you and see a stranger who teamed up with a needle. Pattern interrupt. Acknowledging the sting actually lowers their stress, but when we lie, we leave them alone with the hurt and a sense of being misled, and a little piece of their trust stays there too.
"I don't have a favorite," you say at dinner. You smile at everyone equally. But they've already run the data. They know whose drawing got the center spot on the fridge. They know whose bad day got a hug and whose got a lecture. They aren't guessing. When you deny the golden child exists, they stop trusting your honesty. They start seeing love as a competition, a rotating crown they have to fight for. They learn that love isn't a right, it's a performance, and they spend their childhood wondering, "Am I winning or losing today?" "The toy is broken," you say. "We're out of batteries." You think you're saving your sanity from another hour of noise, but it gets colder. They've seen the drawer. They know where the batteries live. They watch you change the remote batteries with the precision of a surgeon, while their toy stays dead on the shelf. It's a small lie, but the signal is massive. My comfort is worth more than your joy. They stop bringing you their broken pieces, not because they're mature, but because they've realized your world is too noisy for their heart. "I have eyes in the back of my head," you joke. You catch them taking a cookie. You want them to think you're magic, a god. But then comes the realization. By age 5, they've checked. There are no eyes there. You aren't magic. You're just a detective with a camera and a sibling who snitches. The magic disappears. In its place is a chilling realization. You've been spying. Honesty isn't about doing the right thing anymore. It's about not getting caught. You've replaced their internal conscience with a fear of your surveillance. The truth? Our kids are tiny anthropologists. They study us while we think we are studying them. They know we lie because we're tired. They know no starts a war we can't win. They know we're human. But they aren't asking for a perfect CEO. They're asking for a partner. Every time we trade a hard truth for an easy lie, we aren't protecting them. We're building a wall, one "we'll see" at a time.
So the next time you say, "The store is closed," ask yourself, are you closing the store? Or are you closing the door to the one person who still wants to believe you?